Welcome to the end of 2024, everyone. I wanted to put this video together just because it's the end of the year. It's generally agreed that it's a special thing being the end of the year. It's a swap over to a new year, the opportunity to create resolutions of what you want to do for the next year, and I have a few that I want to do too. And also I want to look back on the year that I've had, because honestly, it's been a crazy year. I have had so many amazing moments, some not so great, but in general, an awesome year. At the start of the year, I was creating content in a very different way to what I am now. Was making pretty much a video every 2 to 3 days, which was not the greatest idea. It really, doing that on top of uni really pushed me to my limit, and I had some interesting videos come out. A lot of it was kind of mediocre, and looking back, I don't regret doing it, but I realized I could have done a lot better if I'd just given myself the time, and I've been giving myself the time now, so I think that is a plus for me. As I said, I've been doing uni throughout the year too. I've had a lot of awesome moments at that. I've met some amazing people. I've done some amazing things. I've figured out exactly what I want to do in the film and TV industry. That's what I was studying, if you didn't know. And I'm working towards being a producer for film and TV, which is a bit of a scary thing to me, having to organize and figure out planning for a show or a movie. Like, I know I won't be thrown straight into the deep end, but it's still kind of like, it's a lot of people when you get to the bigger shows, and it's a lot of things to organize. And while I know I can do pretty well with that, it's a little bit scary to some extent. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. At least I know what I want to do. I take that as a win. As part of uni though, I have had the opportunity to do some productions already. I've produced a couple of shows, one of which we even went to live television. Maybe not like the biggest channels, but like a small channel. It's still television. I think that's cool. And even producing a show alongside other students that I don't really interact with, it's a cool thing to me, being able to see something go from being talked about and discussed and figuring out how it looks to actually looking like something. I love that. And that's partly why I make YouTube videos as well, because I love seeing an idea become reality. I mean, that's the whole point of being creative, isn't it? Seeing an idea become reality. And that's partly why I love doing this. I love making content. And I love meeting people and chatting with them and coming up with crazy ideas with them too. And that's partly why I went to PAX Oz this year. Partly. I love PAX Oz. It's great. It's great meeting people. And I've met a few awesome people this year and been able to interact with them, and chat with them and just get to know them, have a good time. I've made some good friends this year, and part of that was PAX Oz. PAX Oz, I hope, never leaves, because it is an event. It's pretty much the only event left now where a lot of people go to it, other than South by Southwest, which I've never been to. Maybe one day I will. I met a lot of awesome people, and if you're one of those people, thank you for being a great part of my year. This whole year, literally 2024, has been a memory that I don't think I will ever let go of. Being able to go to the grand final and not just watch the game, but actually be part of filming the game, even if it's not for the broadcast coverage. It was for the AFL media. It was still amazing being able to go places that the general public don't get to go. Seeing them setting things up for Katy Perry, who was the singer at the grand final, if you didn't know. Seeing all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes, all the people moving and figuring things out. Being able to go into like the member areas and see what they see, and like it's so cool. It's just so cool. And the fact that I got the opportunity to do that was a thing that I won't ever let go of. I have photos, but the photos only tell so much of a story, and yeah, this year has just been amazing. And that's before you even get to my actual content. Making 100% in game videos has been a wild ride. Not the most painless ride. There has definitely been a lot of pain going into different things, including let's just say there's a video game that I have spent a good couple of 100 hours on, and I haven't even really started editing it, and it's gonna be fun to edit. You guys will see that. Hidden Head, it's Cookie Cooker. Yeah, I'm getting around to that. I will get around to that. I've been focusing on a few different other things, including zombies. I've uploaded 2 zombie videos beating Liberty Falls and Terminus with a bat, and they have done so much better than I expected. If you're watching this video and you came from one of those videos, thank you so much for giving me a chance. Thank you for checking out my content. And I want to do more with zombies. I even want to do more with, I don't know whether I want to do more with multiplayer. I don't even know whether I want to touch Warzone again. I haven't touched Warzone since they updated it to Black Ops 6 stuff. And I heard a lot of issues about that. There's probably something for another video, but yeah, I don't know whether I'm too interested in playing Black Ops 6. It is what it is. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But yeah, I want to do more content like that. I want to have like challenges that I do. And honestly, if you guys have challenges in different games that you want to see me do, let me know. I'd be up for pretty much anything. Except horror games. That is something that I keep bringing back, except horror games. Yeah, I'm up for anything pretty much. I love doing challenges. I'm loving 100% in games. And I hope you guys are loving the content. I want to push myself more. I want to make it more interesting. I want to figure out what works and what doesn't. And I've been watching videos on other people who have made it with editing and who have gotten to the point where they have an income coming in, which honestly I'm not too fussed about having an income coming in as long as I'm making stuff that I enjoy making. I'm happy. But seeing people who have done it successfully, I like watching them and seeing their thoughts on how to edit things. And I'm trying to make changes. I'm trying to figure out what works for me. A lot of them say having a hook in the first 10 seconds of a video, something that gets people into your video, is great. And I'm not exactly the greatest at that. I think I could work on it a lot more. I'm trying to change that, and hopefully you'll see that in the videos that I release in the next few weeks. That I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to make it it's something that people want to watch, and at least with the Terminus and Liberty Falls videos, I guess people wanted to watch that because it's done quite well. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to not push myself into a corner and not move from that corner. I'm trying to let myself expand and try things, figure out what works for me and what doesn't. And yeah, I mean, yes, I've done YouTube for 10 years now and I'm still figuring things out. That's probably a pretty good sign, honestly. If you're not being stagnant and you're not just doing the same thing day after day after day after day after day, that's probably a good sign. You want some growth, you want some adjustments to things. And I think I'm getting somewhere with that. I'm working on it. And hopefully in 2025 you'll see that more and more. Speaking of which, and speaking partly of going back to the producer thing a little bit more, I've been thinking a little bit about doing more IRL stuff. I'm not the best at recording myself with my camera. I'm not the best at like going out into the world and doing an experience and filming it. I'm not the best at that. I won't pretend to be, but I think it could be fun to share more of what I do. Maybe give you guys like minor updates on the stuff that I'm doing. I am going back to studying this year, and I reckon there could be some interesting things that go on there that I could share. Obviously without doxing anyone, because that's not a good thing. I don't want to give away anything that I shouldn't. But I think it could just be cool doing that. And of course, I want to go back to PAX Aus this year. I want to do more interesting things with going out and about and enjoying what's out there, because there's an amazing world out there. And being stuck at home, like forcing yourself to be stuck at home, is not a great thing. I want to experience what the world has on offer. And I think it could be fun doing that through vlogs, which might be a bit more of a problem when you think about the fact how much I think about making content. I say that like it's a bad thing, and it probably is a bad thing. I think a lot about making content. I'll see something that I think is cool and I'll be like, ooh, I could do a video on that. It's something. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. But it's me. It's who I am. It's what I do. I'm fine with it, I think. Maybe I'm not, because I'm pointing it out. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off topic here. Yeah, I don't know whether I want to do IRL content. I'm trying to figure that out. I do have a channel for it, which I have barely used. It's basically Use World. I'll put a link somewhere if you're interested. And whether or not I use that, whether or not I do something with that this year, is kind of up in the air. But yeah, I guess that's about it. That's all I wanted to share. I wanted to just give you guys a bit of an idea of where I want to go, what I've been doing this year, and how awesome of a year it's been. And thank you all for being part of my year, being part of my journey through everything. It's been an amazing year, and I'm looking forward to keeping it going. And I hope you have a great rest of your New Year's Eve, and let's make New Year's Day amazing, shall we? I don't see any reason why we can't.